Right now in Kenya, this is the best time to be an artist. I don't think we have had a time where doing business for an artist or even just being able to express yourself as an artist has been like this ever before. We're at a time where we are collaborating and we are developing very original concepts. There's a sun that's spitting water, there are palm trees, there's a guy and there's a chick who are playing drums, there are two traditional like beer mugs and the bottle. Those are just random elements that you can come across every day. The future for now is limitless in terms of what can be done. It's more of what do I want to achieve. We have a generation of people who are open to new ways of doing things.
Everyday opportunities. Play the BetSafe Daily Jackpot. 8 games, 200,000 shillings to be won at 10 bob only. Play the Daily Jackpot on betsafe.co.ke.
Good afternoon to all of you who are joining us for this Matchday Center. We want to thank you for tuning in. Thank you very much, and we're delighted because football is back. And what a better way to start off than having this match against Nzoia United. Now, it's of course all of us had a sad week. We lost our former chairman, Alex Magelo, and we all are paying tribute to a great man who served this club. And we say pole sana to the family. Alex Magelo really was a great chairman between 2008 for the club when we were in relegation and up to 2012, 2013 when he was there. You can see some of the events which he participated in, and today's match comes at a time when we really need to really get back to the playing times and the season. So thank you very much for those who are tuning in on Matchday Center. We're back, and today's match, of course, is a match against Nzoia United. So the lineup will be in shortly. I'm being joined by my crew, great guys as usual. Greg is on the mix. I have Gladys also joining me. So welcome to today's Match Center. Gladys, Greg, how are you guys?
Fine, thank you. We're glad to see you again.
Yeah, I'm happy to see you too, guys. I think if we look at what we have here today on Matchday Center, there's a lot of positivity and hope ahead of this match.
Definitely, because people are yearning for this moment when the government would say that welcome back, let's have the sports resume, and it's something that has really been met with positivity, especially from fans and stakeholders. And I can just imagine how much adrenaline the players are having currently before they take on the pitch. It's something that is really exciting, and I hope to see a total performance from both sides, on bias of AFC Leopards, of course, you want them to win, but then I expect a match that we can rewatch and say that, wow, this is a hell of a match.
Great. So, Gladys, how are you? How are you? And welcome to the first edition of Matchday Center in almost 3 months.
Thank you very much, Victor. I'm well, very well. I am hoping for a positive result today from the boys, and hopefully everything will go according to plan. We as AFC Leopards have been doing well even before the break, so hopefully we keep the right foot forward and we keep winning.
Yeah, I don't know. The return of the league is a bit. It took time, and so most of us had technically lost a bit of pace. But Greg, before we delve into our match today against Nzoia, what are your thoughts about the return of the game?
I'm super excited, especially as a sports journalist and stakeholder. I think this is one thing that has really been brought about at the right time, because everyone was like, "What are we expecting? What is the government planning? What are we looking forward?" Because you find that almost half of the population, if I may say, was stagnated because there's no sports, there's no movement, the total lockdowns in Nairobi and wherever. So it really messed people's economies, and you can see how many jobs have been lost in the last 1 year because of the pandemic. It's not what people really want, and such signs of football coming in gradually and guys taking care of themselves. But they have to say that this has been facilitated by the innocent Kenyans, the proud, the Kenyans who have already shown that they can actually take care of themselves to make sure that they fight this pandemic. And you can see the numbers, thank God, are going down. And I believe that wherever you are, if you are at home, please just stay safe, maintain the high standards of discipline that you've been having, government protocols and everything. Don't go to Ruaraka demanding to go into the pitch, things like that. These are the things that have made it possible for us to have these sports resume. The discipline, the resilience, and following the guidelines that we've always been following. And this is what we really wanted. And you see, sports is back. If we continue the same discipline, then we might just be seeing fans back. But economically, this will be a big boost, because many people have suffered. The stimulus didn't work by then.
Great. I think, as you've said, as you mentioned, that there is a lot of things that have happened, and definitely there is that hope that things get back immediately. Now, Gladys, there's the match that has just, it's almost ending there at Ruaraka. Can you give us an update on it?
That's what I'm trying to actually look for, that information. But in the meantime, we can talk about, of course, what is expected for FC Leopards in this game. As I get the results.
The match is almost ending. Yeah, it's still 0-0 in the 81st minute of the game. So both teams are still tied, which means that Tusker will finish the day still at the top of the table if it ends this way.
It's interesting that such a match is ending 0-0.
Good for us. What do you think? For me, I think a draw serves us, because it just reduces that momentum at the top, and we can close the gap with the guys at the top. Personally, I was just hoping for points to be dropped. At least if both teams can lose 2 points, good for us. Because, if indeed the Tusker get the momentum, we will be completely, they will just step on. And but moving forward, we can get to a match. Nzoia, we can get to a match, Nzoia versus AFC Leopards versus Nzoia. And good news, the coach is back. The team is back. There's only bad news. The captain misses this match because of a red card.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. But then he took one for the team. I think it was against City Stars. And Were it not him acting like that, I think we could have dropped points in that match because we ended up winning the match anyway. And that's what I always say, that is character, resilience, and I think the belief you have that even if I'm not there, let me take this one for the team, then the rest will always carry the day. And you could see after he left with 10 men, Hansel was able to score a beauty of a goal, and at the end of the day, we carried the day. So to me, I believe that him being there or not there, we have in some show where we say that FC Leopards has 35 players. And this means that this is a big squad that is capable of picking a result if well selected by the coach, whom I believe after coming in, I know he's been coordinating with Tom Juma and Lawrence Webb on the technical bench and ensuring that he has the best apparatus for the day. So the captain is missing, but I believe that we've seen players who've been shifted into those positions, especially with the deficiency we have in the central defense. I know there are players who are capable of ensuring that this happens the way we want it to be, and the results are all that matters. I don't think we shall solely miss him because anyway, we've been performing. So him being there or not there is not a matter of life and death at the moment.
It's not a matter of life and death. Gladys has disappeared on us in the meantime, but I'll bring up the lineups are ready. The lineup is ready, and there we have it. Mudenyo makes his first start this season.
Wow.
Another big change.
Another big change. I think it was all, let's be honest, a matter of attitude. And maybe during this break, he's really changed his attitude and ensured that this is the Ayala we know. And coming into this team, I think the coaches have seen the necessity of having him, preparing him for this match. And as you can see, the lineup or Chan starts, that's normal as we are used to. Lewis, Bandi, Munene, Mudenyo, Kipia gone, playing his third match, I think, as a centre back this season. It's a match that we are yet to see a weakness in defense, especially with the Kipia gone there. But Munene starting also gives me a little bit of hope, because this is a guy who is a natural left-footed player. He can always run through the left flank, burst into the opponent's area and deliver good crosses. But interestingly, Mukangula coming in, we know what he's capable of doing. A great pass of the ball, a great intercept of the ball, and after all, he's experienced. So this is a good lineup. And then you look at the bench: Mainge, Shivachi, Zuma, Boniface, Hansel, and Sad. So you can see these are rich FC Leopards side. I'm only missing a couple of guys here, but that's maybe the coach's decision, because normally we could be talking about Senaji and Shichenje partnering in defense in the absence of the captain and Tedium, who apparently is out for the rest of the season. So to me, this is a lineup that can pick a good result, because all these players have the belief and have all tested playtime this season. And maybe for who? For Munene, who's not really played much, and Mudenyu, but the rest, I believe, are capable of carrying the day. But all the same, all of us had a break, and this is time to work.
Great. We as the lineup is out. Before we talk about the lineup, and Gladys, your guy Mudenyu finally gets his start.
Well, I think it's good for him to at least try and seal a place in that central defense, because as we know right now, captain is not in this particular match. Clyde Senaji, I can't see his name on the list. So this is an opportunity for him to ensure that he's sealing his place in the first 11. So I really hope that he has a good game today, because it will determine again who will partner with Kamura when he comes back.
Yeah, because Change is out because of issues, some issues. Senaj is out because of some injury. So that means it's a makeshift defense. Lewis on the right. Munene makes a start after the wonderful game which he played, the last game we played. Remember that Hansel last goal when...
Yeah.
So Munene was outstanding that game. Lewis was outstanding. Our wings were okay. And Kipiegon has really fit in the center. So meaning the only person eyes will be on might be Mudenyo to see exactly how he turns on. And I believe that the lads are going to give in. So, Greg, let's come to the midfield. On the midfield, we have Mukangula making his second start of the season. He's been used on the. But now we have the partnership of Mukangula and Mugeni and Thiong. Greg.
I'm really excited because it's like a pivot kind of midfield whereby Mukangula can actually be like the central midfielder. For Mugeni, I think he really needs Mukangula because that will help him try and do the extra donkey work he normally does in midfield. Thiongo helping also in attack because he can be a very good linkman between the midfield and attack because of his pace, his trickery, and then his deliveries into the box, which I believe have been so fruitful in the recent past. But then Fabrice Mugeni, to me, is the secret to holding the ball and then trying to knit those passes. And with Mukangula being there, we all know that Eugene is one player who is hawk-eyed when it comes to stringing those passes, especially in the tight pockets. And this is what you want to see. So I'm really excited. It's a good midfield. We want to see what happens maybe in the first half, because I know Mukangula is one player whom you don't give him space. And if Nzoia give him space, then they'll be giving, I think, Rupia goals. That's all I can say in simple. Because if Mukangula just gets those spaces, he can pass the ball as fast as he can, then Rupia will be having a field day against the Nzoia side.
Gladys, what's your take on the midfield?
I like the fact that we have Mukangula, as Greg said. I think Mukangula will be used as protection probably for the defense. If not, it will have to be Fabrice playing right in front of the defense together with Mukangula. Then I see like Austin is playing 10 today. So hopefully Rupia will get space, moving forward. If you look at the likes of Peter Thiongo again in that midfield, it just tells you this is a match where I see a lot of creativity probably going to be part of this match, because you have the likes of Thiongo, you have Austin, and you have Olilo and Rupia at the front. So as Greg said, the pivot will work because right now we are not sure about how strong our defense is, especially keeping in mind that Munene has not partnered. Mudenyo has not done any partnership with the guys he's playing today. So it's going to be very, very interesting, and I'm expecting it to be a tough match.
We go to the forward line, and at the forward we have Elvis Rupia still leading the team at the front. Is of course going to be assisted by Austin. What do we hope that he picks up from there? Because our home record has been good. No draws, 6 wins, just 2 losses that were unfortunate, very close losses in the last minute, because it was against Wazito and against Western Steamer. Mm-hmm. But you look at this kind of form that Elvis is in. Greg, are you giving him?
First of all, he's facing his former side, and we know that is the side that brought him into the limelight. That was in the 2016-17 season. That is a season that he broke into the limelight. And I remember one day I was at Camp Toyo, and Nzoia was playing Nakumat, and there's a thunderbolt he scored against Nakumat. That goal made me realize that we have a striker here. So when he went to Lusaka Dynamos, things didn't work out. He went to Wazito. He scored a couple of goals. But when he came home, home is where he came and realized that this is the place I need to be. And you can see from whatever he's been doing. And then having that national team experience should give him a little bit of an edge and over the defenders that he's facing locally. And I believe that this is his perfect opportunity to announce himself as one of the best finishers in the country. And I think this is the match I really want to see how he performs. And I know he'll do well.
Gladys, your opinion on
Yes.
Rupia's form, and considering that there was a national team appearance, great performance, he scored on the international break. then went and also was on the bench against Togo. But he's our talisman. What should we? Is he under pressure or can he handle the pressure?
First and foremost, I'd like to say that, when you look at Rupiah's style of play, I'm very happy that Austin has started, because Austin actually knows how to give the ball to him. Pressure, I don't think so. I think the kind of caliber of a player that is in Elvis is one who knows he has to fight for everything. Eric Capaito is injured. This would be his best opportunity, of course, to increase his goal tally. When we look at the combination of Rupiah and Austin and probably Olilo, it's going to be very interesting. I want to see how the two strikers will interchange and their movement in the box, because we need to score more goals. GD might end up being one of the things that might actually determine this season, because it's very, very tight.
Very tight indeed, and perhaps we can relieve some of the Elvis Rupiah goals as we take a quick break, and then we can continue.
Everyday opportunities. Play the BetSafe Daily Jackpot. 8 games, 200,000 shillings to be won at 10 bob only. Play the Daily Jackpot on betsafe.co.ke.
Yeah, me watch game ke tumecheza, first una analyze vile tumecheza, then ukirudi next training unajaribu kuimprove vitu huko make right.
And inakonga poa for purposes za kuimprove, na pia unaangalia mistakes zako hapa na pale, na pia pale unaweza capitalize na opponent, na pia ni fiti kwa ukienda to the next game unajua pale ulifanya mistake, you can improve on that.
Kazi ningekuwa footballer, ningekuwa instructor wa gym.
Mimi kama singekuwa footballer, sidhani kama ningecheza sport nyingine because nimependa ball sana. So definitely maybe ningedo something else. Maybe ningekuwa into business.
The fastest ni mimi, hata anajua wezani.
Not really, but I'm fast. I'm also fast. Na sio tuko fast.
I think the most embarrassing moment ilikuwa ni game ya AFC Leopards tukicheza na Zukericho. Hiyo game tulikuwa tuna lead 2-0, ikakuja ikaisha 3-2. It was embarrassing hiyo day, tulilose hiyo game. Kati ya mimi na huyu wangu ndo anaweza piga masimu patanisho. Ukiangalia yeye anaslay sana. Kwanza hizi matatu kimuona hivi, kila saa yeye ni mtu wa masimu, lakini hazina impact.
Unafaa lead by example wewe kwanza. Mimi ni mtu niko settled, sina mambo mingi, lakini kidogo hapa kule movement hapa kule nini? Hapa kule movement Sasa unajua lazima itabidi tu siku moja tena ni tafadhali mpigie kidogo atulie.
A good afternoon and welcome once again to today's pre-match build-up match day center. We're building up to our match against Nzoia Sugar. And we're playing Nzoia at Ruaraka grounds, and of course I'm joined by the great team of Gladys Midecha and Gregory Mulemi. Now, Gladys, there is the match. You were to get us an update on the match at Ruaraka. How was it ended?
And it has ended 0-0. Very frustrating for KCB and Tusker. I know they were all hoping that one of them would drop more points, but they've each dropped 2 points. So 0-0 it has ended in Ruaraka, and hopefully if FC win this match, they will position themselves they will be in a very, very good position to continue contending for the league. So 0-0 is an advantage to FC Leopards, but only if they win.
Greg, 0-0 turns at Baraka. Gladys gives us an update.
Yes,
how do you take
right
advantage
now,
of this one?
We just need to win because if we win, we'll have 32 points, 4 points behind Tusker FC, and that will be something that will really serve because you look at how many games has Tusker played. Tusker has played 2 games more than us, so if we get the 3 points today, we'll have 32. We'll leapfrog KCB and Kariobangi Sharks, and then we'll have a chance of catching up with Tusker. So very, very interesting.
Yeah, and definitely for those who are asking what time the match is on BTV and it's just about to begin. That's on Star Times. On Star Times, you download your Star Times app, you will get to see the match. Now, a quick run through Nzoia's lineup. Gregory, there is Benson Mangala, Kevin Maliachi, Dennis Wanjala, Elvis Ronak, Gabriel Wandera, Peter Jean, Cliff Kasuti, Kevin Wafula, Hilary Simil, James Kibanda, and Titus Kapchanga. Now, it's to note that we have Aloni at Nzoia, but he's not playing in this match. Is that good for us? Because I believe the young man has been good enough. Musamali.
Musamali has been one of the best performers at Nzoia because we know his talent, and when he went on loan, everyone was like, okay, let him go and get the experience. But apparently, he's more experienced than the guys he found there. So it is very interesting to see how this pans out without him on the pitch because he's been one of their best players. And I had a chat with the club chairman Evans Kadenge some time back, and he told me that, man, AFC Leopards gave me a gem, and in Musamali they have a gem. Unfortunately, he's not going to play today. Such is life, and it's an advantage for Leopards because that boy can really terrorize midfields. Gor Mahia know him better.
Yeah, and speaking of the same, Gladys, what are the dangers of having your former player, especially in such times, who is doing so well and has to face you? Because I believe that could also happen.
I think the fact that he's out on loan just shows that he had potential. He just needed a team where he would get regular play, and he got it in Nzoia. The thing about having players who are playing for another team that are on loan and probably are allowed to play is that they can actually punish you because they want to prove a point. So you want to make sure that the coach notices you and hopefully help you come back home. So when you're facing teammates who are on loan on another side and they prove themselves to the coach, it only means that we have options, as you said.
Greg, you have an update for us from another match.
Yeah. Of course, we also have to update others. Western Steam are trailing at home to Posta Rangers. By the way, we beat Posta Rangers last time out. I think it was by 2-1, or Rupia scoring those good goals at Kasarani. But there are team picking up form very well. But for the view, I know everyone is following this. Then Posta Rangers have scored a goal, and it gives them hope. But then coming back to this AFC Leopards match versus Nzoia, I believe AFC Leopards just need to start the match on a high. No shortcuts about it, because the last time we met a team from Western Kenya, Western region of that was Western Steam Up. Ingwe dominated possession, had everything right, but then the lapse in concentration towards the end of the match cost us those points. I hope that's not going to be the case today, because we know we need these points. We've seen those ahead of us have already played their matches. Right now, it's our duty to ensure that we close that gap.
Gladys, as we prepare now to maybe end the Matchday Center pre-match build-up, what is your prediction for the match?
I think on Thursday when we were talking on Fan Zone, Victor, remember we did look at the statistics of AFC versus Nzoia. This one match that has never ended in a 0-0 draw, so of course we're expecting goals. I think for me, I want to give my prediction for first half, because then after then we will, when we're talking mid-match analysis, now I can give you my assessment, because right now it's very difficult to say that AFC Leopards is going to get this points easily. Nzoia have always given us hell, so to speak. But I am very, very positive, and I'm hoping for a Leopards win. 2-1, my prediction. 2-1 in favor of AFC Leopards.
Definitely, AFC
Prediction
Leopards
for the match.
going to win. I believe a 2-0 win for me will do.
Thank you, guys. So there we have it, guys. As we head into the first half of the match, the team here at Matchday Center says it's a win for the club and it's a win for Leopards. So we wish the lads a win, and we hope that we can quickly get back our form and close the gap at the top of the table. So guys, see you at the other end of the hour.
Right now in Kenya, this is the best time to be an artist. I don't think we have had a time where doing business for an artist or even
Everyday opportunities. Play the BetSafe Daily Jackpot. 8 games, 200,000 shillings to be won at 10 bob only. Play the Daily Jackpot on betsafe.co.ke.